Namaskar and a very warm welcome to all of you for this special panel discussion on the occasion of World No Tobacco Day. Tobacco still continues to be one of the most common causes of preventable deaths. Yes, you heard it right, preventable deaths, a death which could be prevented just if someone decides not to smoke. And India is not lagging behind at all. Yearly, more than 13 lakh people lose their life because of the illnesses caused by tobacco. Tobacco can cause series of illnesses in the body, from heart disease, strokes, blood clots, serious lung disorders, and even cancers. And what is more shocking in our country is that the youth are indulging more into this kind of a habit, smoking e-cigarettes, smokeless cigars, and many more. And I think it is time that we discuss about it. And at HCG Cancer Center, each and every day encounter people coming with deadly diseases just because of the habit of smoking. To discuss more about it, more about prevention, more about awareness, and a collective responsibility, we have a wonderful panel discussion today. Dear friends, I am Dr. Jayanti Thumsi. I am working as a group lead, Robotic and Advanced Breast Surgeries in HCG Group of Hospital, Bangalore. And with me joining are two eminent people, respectable Commissioner of Police of Bangalore, Mr. Seemant Kumar Singh. Very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
And another colleague of mine, Dr. Vishal Rao, who is the head neck surgeon at HCG Cancer Centers. So very warm welcome to you, and thank you for taking out time on this important topic to build a healthier society and a tobacco-free society. So let me start, Dr. Vishal, why do you think that World No Tobacco Day matters? Why should we have such a day? What are your thoughts?
Just a little quick background, Jayanti. And Government of India was one of the early signatories to the FCTC, the Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, which was signed by the WHO. It was the world's first public health treaty that happened, where more than 200 countries joined together to sign and say that they will make framework on controlling tobacco use. So today India is a lead for South Asia to actually, as a trailblazer, show on policies, including the ones that we have done on COTPA Act and others, on curbing the use of tobacco, which has a balance of awareness and enforcement. So this year the World No Tobacco Day theme by the World Health Organization is on unmasking the wheel of the tobacco industry, on how it lures the youngsters into addictions and how the number of deaths that are happening through tobacco needs to be shown, ultimately showing to the youngsters that tobacco is not the product, nicotine is not the product, it is they who are the product.
Very true and very well said. So what is your experience about the raising trend in the youth? And I'm sure from the government and from your side you're doing a lot of efforts to curb that, and it is a big challenge in our society. What do you see? How is the difference from what it used to be and what it is now?
It's a very good question, in the sense that this is one of the burning topics in society. And if we look backwards, like as a student, when I was a student, and I've been fortunate enough to study in one of the best universities in India, and the colleges in India, in Delhi University and reputed colleges there. The trend that time when we were students was that yes, there is a lot of youngsters getting into this habit of smoking. For my part, I used to also think that why so much stress is being given, because we were not aware of such issues as we are talking now, sitting across, that smoking has so many ill effects. So it is, suppose around that time that the advertisements which were given in the cinemas, in the in the media that time, social media was not there at that time, they started carrying this caption of tobacco smoking is injurious to health, which was not there earlier. So that was I suppose the game changer. And believe me, we all are seeing that most of the movies which are being made now have minimum of those depiction compared to what was earlier. It was like, it was a fashion to hold a cigarette in the hand and show off and all, whatever the thing carried with it. But then when this started, that brought down the depiction. So what I'm trying to point out is that yes, tobacco smoking is something which is very, very it's a very, very strict taboo. People should not go into it.
Dr. Vishal, each and every day in your practice, especially the head neck cancers, are directly related to tobacco and which are all preventable. What are the stories that you see, and what is the reality, and what are the health impact that you see in your day-to-day practice?
As a cancer perspective, today India sees about 14 lakh new cancers each year. 14 lakh, of which 60 to 70% of it is tobacco related. My practice, head and neck oncology, comprises 95% of tobacco addicts. Unfortunately, Jayanti, today, sir, we are getting more and more younger patients, 20s, 30s. My department need not exist, sir. Unfortunately, what we see is, as these younger trends are coming in, it's because they are starting addictions much earlier. The Gen Z, the Gen Alpha, there's a huge influence with the tobacco industry trying to lure their minds, as sir very rightly pointed out, educational institutions.
Yes.
Because if every year, Jayanti, 14 lakh people die of tobacco use in India, where will the tobacco industry get the new customer from? It's a business, correct? 14 lakh people are gone, so you need new customers. It comes from the youth, and that is where the entire marketing is going on today. The work of all of this is being focused on youth. Today, when an actor, when they are holding a cigarette, and part of it funded by the tobacco industry, 2 movies, where the actor is smoking and saying, I'm getting an idea because I take the fag, or I'm doing one violent act over there and trying to show a masculinism, or a lady trying to express her sexualism, is all related to trying to give a positive mindset imagery to the kid or the youngster, saying that if I do this, I look more stylish. It is a wrong perspective. And that's how surrogate marketing is being used.
Exactly, and the trend is also increasing in women. So don't you agree, sir? And earlier days, at least women would smoke in hiding. Now we see that they are open about it, and it's a kind of fashion statement, like you said. And another thing that women feel is that they can remain slim because of smoking, and that body image is so important, and it has immense effect on women's health as well. Not only cancers like breast cancer, ovarian and cervical cancer, lung cancer of course, but also on reproductive health. One of the reasons why the infertility is so much on rise is because of one of the reasons is smoking. Certainly they have menstrual disorders, they do not conceive, and even if they smoke during pregnancy, they can be stillbirth, they can be premature deliveries, and women's health is so important for the family and hence for the society. If that system fails, then I think it is a certain red flag for all of us.
Jayanti, just to add to this, the tobacco industry has a vertical that focuses on women-related smoking, which is flavored tobacco, menthol, lighter,
exactly,
so that it kind of gets more attractive for them.
Yes. So, what do you say that how is the police taking actions against this? What are your initiatives for this?
One is like, yes, booking cases is the main thing we do, but I suppose that's not sufficient. And that is why we have these awareness campaigns. Going a step ahead, like I still remember in my student days, again I'll just go back to that. There was one incident where we were standing in a group and one of the boys was smoking. So he intentionally or unintentionally, we don't know, he told a non-smoker to catch hold of it, just keep it, and I am tying my laces. So he was tying his laces and this boy was keeping it. Then when he got up, he said, "Arey, you are looking very smart holding a cigarette." Okay. Now this is as you told, it became a fashion statement. So the problem is, in the schools and college, we need to have an awareness campaign. That look, fashion is there. You can become more fashionable by remaining fit, remaining healthier, studying properly, because that is the fashion. If you are a topper in your school or college, you are the hero of the college, of the school. So fashions can also, that's what we are right now targeting. We are trying to like now shortly these schools and all will be open. So we have formed our team and we'll be going to these schools and all, and a standard format we have made of presentation where we'll show, look, these are things, because see, it's a huge city. Now talking about Bengaluru city, it's a huge city. We cannot form teams and tell them, look, go and spread awareness. So we need to have a format. My constable will also speak same thing. I will also speak the same thing. So in that we are stressing on the thing that yes, not only about fashion, first you bother about your health. And the worst part is next step. What we are finding is people graduating to drugs. So that is a very serious issue. So naturally when we nip it in the bud, the drugs thing is taken care. So that's a very big topic in itself. But yes, since this is the base, if we cut the base, so that will help us. So our longer aim is to get into those problem. Not only, see, I don't accuse or allege that only students are into this. Youngsters, as you told, youngsters are doing it, and both. They start from smoking, or some people don't smoke also, because drugs are so many various types. The typical notion that yes, you need to smoke then graduate to drug is no longer there. I need not elaborate here on such a platform how drugs are being used and substances are being abused. But yes, the kick which they get, if you said that okay, smoking a cigarette, they can do things like in a place which is slightly cold, where the hilly area or cold area, people smoke thinking that it will keep them warm. But I don't think, as a doctor, I don't think, is it related? No. It's not related. Not related. So naturally, it's totally not related thing. So these are the notions which is misconception which is going on. But our aim is that police is always alert to these aspects, and we have a policy, legal actions are there where in open public places you need not smoke, and we keep. But yes, our police cannot 100% put our efforts here, because we need a lot of other works are there. So if we get help from the other wings of the department, other administration, other departments, plus the general population as such, we will do wonders in it. It's nothing that we are purposely avoiding to look into this issue as a whole. Because I should admit that yes, 100% my police on a normal day cannot from morning deal only about Kotpa. Okay, so we need to have a system, not as a drive. It should be a systematic implementation.
Yes.
It has to be a collective responsibility.
Yeah. Collective responsibility and a system. System should take care. It should not be a one-day affair.
Correct. Yeah. What about passive smoking?
Oh,
what do you think? That's another big topic.
And the most concerning for me, because today, if you look at among the most common COTPA violations, as Sir rightly pointed out, there is a sense of responsibility. This is a collective responsibility. It is not for one department to take care of, whether it's a health department, municipality or police. Today, the highest violations, Jayanti, that I see are bars, cafe, pubs, clubs and restaurants. Today, creating their own designated smoking area, which is absolute 100% violation of the COTPA law. That means COTPA law does not allow any such area, because the act itself, the section 4 of the act says that the hotels or bars that have to have it should have a designated smoking area. We should have automatic doors, a special ventilator. Now when you ask hotel owners, and we had done a small drive to the hotel associations, they said we get our money from beverages and food, not from smoke. So most of them are not interested in it. I mean, we had very good cooperation from the hotel associations telling us that we don't want to encourage smokers. So this is the good opportunity for us to say, because when we sit in a hotel with our family or a restaurant, we are here taking in 6,000 chemicals, which are 70 of which are carcinogenic. Not only that, more than that, look at the waiters, the staff who work there, who are consuming that chemical. It's a proven fact that passive smoking kills and is more dangerous than active smoking, because the direct smoke that comes out of it is unfiltered, and plus you get the filtered air which he breathes out. Now both together are a lethal combination. So today passive smoking, and I think it should be an awareness for everybody, that it should be every citizen's right to health, to ask if somebody is smoking in a hotel, and gently ask the manager and say, look, as per the court pass section 4, you're not allowed to do this. A citizen awareness and responsibility is equally important. I make that a point that if somebody is smoking in front of me, I ask the manager to say, please, this is against the law, don't allow him to do it. I would urge people to take responsibility in a participatory democracy and participate and say, yes, it's also my right to health. Because children smoking, today we know there is something called sudden nicotine death syndromes.
Yes.
When children inhale these in nicotine smoke, they can be suffocating, drastic, fatal deaths that can also happen.
That's true.
As you told correctly that they have designated areas, but they are not as per the specifications. The specifications are very clear that the ventilation should be there and many other guidelines are there. So just for namesake, they say that there is a smoking zone. But that smoking zone is basically it's a smoking chamber, means it's a gas chamber. It's more dangerous for them also who are smoking. So we need to. Yeah, they are doubly attacked. Okay, so that's a good thing, and I find that most of the restaurants and all, which are of decent nature, they don't encourage because they lose customers. They lose customers. But at the same time, that just for namesake they are putting it. So it's a good takeaway. We have already discussed this issue. See, the problem here is, the catch here is that none of the educational institutions own up. They never because we are seeing this problem in the issue of drugs. We spread awareness, we tell them, look, if you have information, let us know, we will take it. None of the educational institutions, because of reasons best known to them, it's a basically their name will get spoiled for whatever reason. They never own that, okay, no, whenever you go to any educational institution for an awareness campaign, they say, in my institution, everything is okay. No, it's not that. Everything is under control, no problem. Whereas we have gone back and we have done a very detailed study and the cases which we are getting. In fact, we did a campaign and it worked out also. It was a voluntary testing of students for drugs. We told the college, I'm not naming, we call some institutions, the kits were given and we said, we will not come. You do it. You show the results. And as per the results, in the first instance, we will not be harsh on the person, the student who has done it. But we will try to see who is supplying to him, who are the suppliers. So it worked out. So similarly in tobacco and all these things, none of the schools or colleges will say, see, in my college, in my institution, there is a problem of tobacco.
Correct, because you are rightly.
So it's a catch-22 situation. So where do we start? Okay, just talking like this and going about awareness, and then they will have a talk about it. So we have to hit it where it hurts. So we gave them figures. Look, we got these students from your place. These are staying in your vicinity. This is a shop. The shop sells so much. Why, if the shop is selling right in front of your gate and so much sale is going on, is someone coming from 10 kilometers away to buy this? So with these figures, so we need to be very harsh. Now the awareness, in my opinion, regarding tobacco as well as drugs, the point of awareness thing is gone. We need to be more very, very vigilant and implement the things. See what happens, everyone does not want to have a fight or a enmity with a combat situation. So it's a very tricky situation where we need solution, but we have found out the way. And we are getting, in fact, coming to the issue of drugs in Bengaluru city. The last 1 year, we have seized more than 320 crores worth of drugs, which is a record. Never in history in 1 year, more than 30-40 crores. This is because information which is coming now. One network we break, the other network gives information, or we are working very, very closely with the end users and how convincing them, look who gave you, then going up. So similarly here we can catch hold of people who are using smoking and who are trying to increase their network.
So on this World No Tobacco Day, if we have to ask you, what is one message that you would like to give to the people of our society? Dr. Vishal, we'll start with you.
I would, and on a very positive note, we did a small campaign for some of the schools saying, save the cigarette. Every day, thousands of cigarettes are being burned alive, kicked below your feet. Be nice to them, leave them alone. Be smart, don't start. That's the Government of India's National Tobacco Control Program logo. So I would restart that saying, be smart, don't start. Thank you.
So what would be your message to the society?
My message to society, to all age group people, especially the youth. Youth doesn't mean only students. It involves people from all walks of life. Is that it's a collective effort from your side first, from the sides of the parents, the teachers, the faculty, and most importantly, if they are working professionals, it is a responsibility of their companies also. We should not shy away from that. Why not put the responsibility on them also? And then yes, the administration led by the police also has a responsibility, and we appeal to them that if you have any information, if you have any things to share with us, you share with us. We have an application, an app where you can post your information, and your things will be kept confidential, so you will not be exposed. And we need to act jointly together and raise our voice. And doctor just said, better not to start means that campaign which is there. Be smart, don't start means really wonderful campaign. But more than the campaign, we need to really get the figures. How much is being produced, how much is being manufactured, where it is being sold, and why it is being sold. So so that if we keep a track, means it unofficially, with the help of all these stakeholders, that itself will send a great message that look, if it is being sold near a school, if it is being sold near this institution, this company, or this IT hub or wherever. So we need to be very, very careful of these things, which is very, very easy to start. And again, I will say easy to start, difficult to leave. So why to start when it is very difficult to leave? Now coming to what I am right now holding a police department here, being a senior officer in the police department, my take is that let us all join together. The police department as such, because see, I'm not shying, we are not shying away from this responsibility. But what I find that every time, like a basic thing, that there should not be any selling of cigarettes near the schools and colleges. We keep doing drives. We keep seizing, arresting, fining and all those things. Again, these people come up. So where are the other agencies? There should be cancellation of license of those shops. There should be awareness created by the other departments. Awarenesses are being created, but unless until awareness is followed by implementation and strict enforcement, we can't see. So society as such, other departments, the police being major, we all have to see that this has to be stopped.
So thank you very much, both of you, for participating in this, and it was a very great initiative, I think, and thank you for everything that you're doing. And I completely agree that it is a collective responsibility. Not only police but also public in general need to be aware of this. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.